Hello and welcome. This is Angie with thecountryschiccottage.net. So today's video is sponsored by Rust-Oleum. However, all projects and opinions are my own. So today we are going to make a giant Connect 4 game. So when I wanted to do this project, I really wanted to do the project for my back deck, but I looked at quite a few tutorials on how to actually build the game, and it's actually fairly complicated. But I know that some of you might want to build your own. So what I did is I picked up one on Amazon. So they actually sell the giant Connect 4 games. They sell them in raw wood. They sell them painted white, I think some different colors. I got the white one and personalized it with some Rust-Oleum Imagine spray paint. Now, if you want to build it yourself, you can still personalize it with the Rust-Oleum Imagine. So I'm going to link to a couple tutorials in the description below so you can see how you can make your own and you can kind of base it on your own decision. They also come in different sizes, and I'm sure you can build them in different sizes. So you could build a large tabletop version out of wood, or you could go big. Mine is not the largest they make, but it is pretty big. It's 3 foot by 3 foot. And then I broke out, once it got here, my Imagine spray paint. You'll want to use the gloss version, so it's good for outdoor use. And I am using the sky blue to personalize mine and some painter's tape. That's all there is to it. So let's head outside and let's get to painting. So you'll need your Connect 4 game, some painter's tape, a ruler, pencil, as well as your Imagine spray paint. So I just marked out where I wanted my lines to be with a pencil onto the board itself. Now, if you make your own board, you will want to use the Imagine spray paint to paint it white in this case. So do your base coat first and then draw the lines. So I'm going to do kind of a chevron pattern with mine. So I'm going to draw 2 lines, 2 on each side, and then add painter's tape to those lines. So we're going to butt right up to these pencil lines, and then so I'm not worried at all about them showing with the paint. But you can erase them later if they do show a little bit. So you just want to get a long ruler, and you can actually move the ruler. So this ruler was 18 inches and it wasn't quite long enough. So when I would get to the end, I would just move it down and then finish the line all the way to the edge. And then after I was done with the one side, I just repeated on the second side in the same manner with 2 lines on that side as well. And then you want some painter's tape. So the painter's tape I'm using is actually frog tape, which is my personal favorite, but you can absolutely use your own personal favorite. And you just want to put it right up against those lines. And the top, you'll actually need to cut that with a craft knife as well. So you're going to cut the sides with a craft knife as well as that point at the very middle, just to make sure that it's really sharp. So I just laid it along the line all the way down, and then use my craft knife right in the corner to cut each strip of painter's tape. And then I just repeated the same process for all of my painter's tape lines. And so then once the painter's tape's on there, I just used the Rust-Oleum Imagine spray paint in sky blue, the gloss version, and painted the entire thing. Now you just want to do a couple of coats on this just to cover it, and light coats are best. So several light coats, one right after then another, is the best way to do the spray paint. And I actually did the sides as well. And you will notice that this is actually elevated off of my cardboard. So I used some just disposable cups to elevate everything so I could get the sides and they wouldn't stick to the cardboard itself. And then just give it enough coats where everything is covered and allow it to dry completely. Flip it over and repeat the same procedure along the back. So mask off the back as well as paint the back with the color of your choice. Now I'm using one color with the white, but you could definitely choose multiple colors or a different design. And I wanted to go ahead and paint the discs as well. So I painted half of the discs with this spray paint and the other half were already blue, so I just used those blue discs. But you could paint both as well. And when painting the discs, I would recommend waiting the entire cure time. So paint them, wait 72 hours, flip them over, paint the back, and then wait another 72 hours at least before you use them. And then once your paint has set maybe 15-20 minutes, then you can pull up the painter's tape. I wouldn't allow it to dry completely, but just set just a little while. And then pull all the painter's tape up and set the entire thing aside to dry completely. Flipping it over after 24 hours at least to paint the back. And then once everything's painted, you can just assemble your Connect 4 game. Now this will depend on the brand you buy, so follow the instructions that come with that brand. Mine was easy to assemble and could be assembled in just a couple of minutes, but just follow any directions that come with your game. And it should also come with a removable bottom so that you can actually remove the disc while you're playing. And so you just want to insert that before you play the game. And then you can start adding your discs as long as the paint has cured and start playing your Connect 4 game. Now, I used outdoor spray paint on this, and you can leave it outdoors, but you might want to put it under some cover for as much as possible, just to make the paint last as long as possible. But otherwise, have fun playing your new Connect 4 game all summer long. So now we have a personalized Connect 4 game for our backyard, and we can play Connect 4 just about every night of the week. So I hope you enjoyed this and will consider using the Rust-Oleum Imagine to make your own backyard game. So I have another idea for a backyard game as well, so stay tuned because I'll have a video in a few weeks with another large backdoor game that I'm going to personalize. This one I'm actually going to build, so you'll get to see a little bit of that as well. So whether you build it or buy it, grab your Rust-Oleum Imagine spray paint and personalize it to your decor, whatever that decor is. So thank you all so much for joining me. If you liked this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you have any questions about anything we've covered today, anything at all, you can ask those in the comment section below. If you also want to head on over to our YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. We have videos like these all the time, and you don't want to miss any of those. Thank you all so much for joining me, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.